What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a foundation review, a wear test, a try on, etc. of the brand new launch from NYX. It is now available in store. Just to let you know, it's available at Ulta and I believe NYX stores as well, because I have been filming this video non-stop for like the last week or so, trying to get it perfect, and this is my third attempt, and this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. I'm in the shade Vanilla, and I will give you guys my thoughts on this foundation, how it wore, how it applied, etc. This foundation is only $15, so it's definitely really good, and it has 45 shades, and it has a great shade range. So if you want to see that, then you're going to have to keep on watching. This is the third attempt at trying to film this video because this foundation just definitely was giving me a little bit of an issue. It kind of reminds me of the Bee Bakery cake mix because of how fast it dries. So today we're going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm in the shade Vanilla, and this one's a 24-hour matte finish foundation. I did purchase 4 of these. I got Fair, Porcelain, Light, and Vanilla, and all of them, except for the Vanilla, said that they were neutral undertones online, and then when I went to the store, it said they were cool undertones. So, not very happy about that, but now I have a neutral undertone, and this is actually the same shade I wear in the Total Drops foundation, so I definitely have to say that I'm happy with this color match. So, also, I did try out the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Matte Primer, and it was absolutely terrible. Ugh. Okay. If you can see that, it is like a super thick, really weird texture. Like, it's not even like a silicone texture. It's like, it's kind of sticky. Okay, that's weird. And on really thick, really goopy, and you had to pat it in certain areas where you want to be more mattified, and it just was terrible. And the foundation was separating right on my nose where I put it. It just was absolutely atrocious, so I returned the other shades of the foundation, and now I have the Vanilla right in front of me. So I did prep my skin with an oil, with a moisturizer, with some priming spray, so of course now I am ready to go. I'm more hydrated, so let's just see if this foundation will work for me. Definitely work in sections, because this thing dries really fast. It's like the Fenty, it's like the Beauty Bakery, where it dries in a fast pace, so you definitely want to work in small sections. So before we get started, let me give you guys some information on the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Foundation. So it says, lightweight, waterproof, and pigmented AF. NYX Professional Makeup's Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation hustles as hard as you do. This comfy liquid formula comes in 45 flattering tones that don't transfer. This thing has an amazing shade range. Every creamy shade glides on smooth, delivering matte coverage and color that stays true for up to 24 hours. This little overachiever also works to control shine and mattify your complexion all day long, but doesn't stop there. This foundation is non-comedogenic and suitable for normal, oily, combination, and sensitive skin types. I definitely have to say I'm a little bit more dehydrated and dry, so I will definitely say prep your skin properly and maybe it will work for you. Further ado, let me just shake it up, like it says, shake well, and I'm just gonna apply this thing because like I said, this is my third attempt at trying to film this video. This is my second attempt with this color, but the other color I had was way too light. So I'm gonna work in sections to see how much color payoff I can get. I concealed and I did set my face and of course to finish my brows and whatever. So let me just tell you right now, concealer was completely fine, but my face does look still pretty dry in certain areas. I had to really powder certain areas of my face to really get them to stop being so like patchy or to be like cakey. Certain areas of my face are still pretty cakey, like right here is a little cakey, right here looks a little cakey, and then a little bit on my forehead. So the foundation is definitely super matte, and I feel like it doesn't really want to work well with others on my face. I know that a lot of people have had success with this foundation. I personally have not been having great success with it. So of course I'm going to finish off my face, and I will be wearing it for as long as I can. But I will let you know right now, just initially, I'm not loving the way that my skin's looking. I'm going to, of course, start bronzing with my Hoola bronzer, my favorite bronzer. As you can definitely tell, I still have not replaced it yet, so let's just start bronzing. I'm going to go in with one of my new favorite blushes from Natasha Denona. This is the Blush Duo palette in number 17. I'm going to use this shade right here, which is called Fresh Tan. And now for highlighter, I'm going to go in there with the Jeffree Star Skin Frost in Siberian Gold. So now it is 10:29, so it has been on for about an hour now. And I finished off my face, obviously. As you can see, I put on mascara, put on a lipstick. I'm using the L'Oreal Chocolate Lipstick in the shade Candyman. And I have my mascara on, which is just the YSL Volume Mascara. So right here, it still looks a little bit dry. Right around my nose, it looks decent. It does show up in my pores a little bit, which is weird, because I really don't have problems with pores. But it is showing up that a little bit. And yeah, so I mean, it was a little bit muddy of a bronzer right here, but everywhere else starting to look a little bit better. So I mean, honestly, it doesn't look like the most terrible thing, but it is just went on really problematic, I would have to say. So that's the only thing I'll have to say right now. Of course, I'm going to see how it will wear throughout the day. I'm just going to take a little bit of some Morphe setting spray and just, you know, set it all in and make sure it stays in place. So I will be checking in right after work, and of course that will be probably around like 6 or 6:30, somewhere around there. So then I will let you guys know how it wore then. Okay guys, so now I am back. It is a little past 6:30, it's 6:34. So this foundation has been on for about 9 hours now. So I'm going to look at myself again. I just got done from work and now I'm home, and I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts before I take this thing off. So right around my mouth area, right here, it looks super dry. Everywhere else looks fine. It still has that separation right here. Right around my nose, it kind of started peeling away, and that's just normal because that's what my foundation does, because it just has such a rough texture to it. My forehead looks pretty decent, and right around here, my powder kind of started to separate, but mostly it's my mouth that has a drier texture to it. It doesn't look nearly as bad as I thought it would, but I will say that just right around my mouth it's dry. But anyways, I will say though, really quickly though, it's $15 for this foundation, which is a big plus. It also has 45 shades, which is really diverse and really inclusive, which is another big plus. Another thing though, it is very matte. Like super matte, like I'm not kidding, like super freaking matte. It reminds me a lot of the Fenty, and it just has that matte powdery kind of finish. So if you are dry, I would steer clear away from this unless you really want that matte finish and you want to add like an oil to it, or an oil before putting it on, which is what I did. I used a beauty oil, then I used a moisturizer and a moisturizing primer, and it still gave me kind of like this. If you are oily, or if you are combination oily, I definitely very much recommend this foundation. It stayed put for 9 hours, which I'm really happy about. It just, I got a little dry in that mouth area. So other than that, that's pretty much the only con I have, is that I look a little dry. But other than that, it still stayed put. I mean, it still looks like it's my foundation. This foundation, I'm definitely going to say I'm 50-50. I'm like, I don't recommend it because it's dry, but I recommend it because it lasts a very long time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have to play with this one a little bit more just to see what I really think of it. But on other skin tones and other skin types that are more oily, it looks beautiful on them. But I just, like I said, I just have such a dry face. It's just what it is. But I'm going to start drinking more water soon and see if that will help as well. But I just feel like some brands don't get it as right as I want it. I really just want a matte, comfort matte finish that is long lasting on drier skin. That's all I want. But at the same time, this one is just super matte. So anyways, you can pick this one up at nyx.com, ulta.com, Ulta stores, I think NYX stores as well if you want to buy this, and like I said, $15. I do recommend this if you're on the more oilier side. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.